has changed is that one of the things I think that has changed is the level of awareness. I don't know if this question is specifically to young people, but I can tell you that with the effort of civil societies, organizations, and NGOs and all that, there seems people in our country today are very much interested in governance, unlike before. Looking at where we are coming from, with the era of the military government and all that. But today, people are very much interested. You see conversation happening. You see people want to know, what is happening in their country, in their environment. So, and this was made possible, I believe, largely as a result of the effort of civil society organizations that has been engaging more with the people because they are very closer to the people. And so this is one area that I think there seems to be a high level of awareness now and a desire to participate in the process. Okay, I don't think it's just one moment. There are several moments that I think I have been proud of the little efforts that we were making at YES Project. But maybe let me mention one or two. One of it would be during the pandemic. As you know, our organization is Youth Empowerment Solution, YES Project. And during the pandemic, we came together. Of course, you know how the lockdown and all of that affected everybody. Operations was not happening and all that. So we're working from home. But again, we decided to have a meeting virtually, and then we said, do we just sit back and do nothing beyond just sensitizing and talking to people? Ensure that you keep the guidelines of COVID-19. So we designed a project we call Me to You, targeted at young people, 1835, I think. So the idea was, let's see how we can give to the less privileged. Let's see how we can give to those who are very challenged, the youths, women, and persons with disabilities, being those demographics. So we designed that project, we call it Me to You campaign. And so we start giving out some cash. But it was designed in such a way that we open it up for people, spiritual individuals in the society, to be a part of the process. So we process. There's an online platform where people record a few minutes video, talk about themselves and how the COVID has affected them, and then they drop it. We have a panel kind of that go through this list every day. So every day I think we're giving close to 100,000 every day throughout that period. So we give 6,000 to household. If you are a young guy with a child and a wife or something, then we give 4,000 to individuals. So that's about. So like that, we did that, and if you look at the responses and how young people were, so if you go to our platform now, some of those records are there because each time we make payments, we put the evidence of payment and everything, transfer and everything on your platform. And then of course we got a whole lot of support. Even we got some support from US, some individuals who just love what we're doing, and they were sending in donations to say, okay, we love this things you're doing, and they were supporting the cause. Young people were so extremely excited. We got lots of videos to people who just on their own record themselves and say they just want to thank us for doing this because we're doing it consistently. I can't even remember exactly how much we're able to give at that period, but I can tell you it was in tune of millions. And so we constantly were paying out every day as the money was coming in. So I was happy that through my brain child, now so to say, I guess I hope I'm correct, an idea that I was able to put together, and then a whole lot of lives were positively impacted, and the testimonies were great. People were sending, I can still share some of them with you, that they are glad, and as small as that 6,000 and 4,000 words, they were so excited. I saw some videos, my team, that some people were crying, like it was like a big deal for them because they thought it was fake or something. And they were sending those stuff via our inbox and saying, we are happy we did this. And hundreds of young people, the evidence of every payment and all that, they're on our platforms there. So that's one of the moments, because The pandemic really affected a whole lot of people, and I was happy that through our platform as an organization, we're able to impact life during that particular period. I've been telling a whole lot of young people recently, look, don't sit back. So for us here now, we get a whole lot of volunteers, people who just sometimes write to us, can I just come on? Especially those who are, just look at those who are at home right now. Even if it is not on a continuous basis or something, take 3 months, take 4 months, go be a part of something and contribute meaningfully. Because the things you are yearning and desiring and wishing and dreaming of, people need to make them happen. Right? The good environment, the road, the one you are seeing in Dubai and seeing in your social media platforms and all that, people, human beings made them happen. And it is a collective effort. And so in the sector, basically, if you look at what we do, we don't, some of us, especially that work in the civil society, we don't necessarily go building the bridges but we are advocating, we are campaigning, we are putting pressure on policymakers, we are putting pressures on those who are responsible for putting these things in place to ensure that we have these things. And so it is a very beautiful sector for them to become a part of it. And of course, that's not to say there's no sector that, I have seen some other people that are also into physical projects, some other civil society organizations that are building boreholes and all of that. But I'm simply saying, these beautiful things that we as young people and everyone is desiring to have, we need to make them happen. We need to be a part of the process. So getting involved in it, you will look, the opportunities are vast. Today I'm self-employed. For the last 8 years, I've not worked for any government. I'm not saying working for government organization or something is bad, but I have been self-employed for the last 3 years. And I'm doing pretty well for myself in my own little way. So it's not just even about what I have or what I'm going to have. It's more about the fact that I've provided a platform that is empowering others. Today I have a platform where through the things I've been able to create, we are paying other people and they're benefiting from the platform. We are doing programs and activities and engaging and giving our services, and so the opportunities are vast. But beyond that, I really want young people to be seeing it from the angle of volunteering. Right? Volunteerism is even key here, because in this sector you have to be selfless and passionate for you to be able to excel. A lot of people think you come and there's so much money or something. No. Yes, over time you may start having the money to take care of your basic needs and all that, but you need to look at the bigger picture, like I said. It's about the country. It's about, now we're approaching 2023. I just told you about the campaign we're starting. We've launched it already. And what are we trying to do? We're trying to say, come 2023, we're tired of the circle that we've been moving in it. We want to see how we have better and more visionary leaders come from 2023. So why would young people, everybody out there, desire or want to be a part of the sector of what we're doing? In your little world, like I said, you don't even have to do it full time. But let me tell you, that's how other major developed countries, that's how they became what they are. People volunteer. People just, when you tell people, okay, come, let's go and sweep the street, or come, let's go and take care of, you see they are passionate. You've been seeing all of this happen when tragedy or something happens, they come together, a whole community can just decide they're shutting down a particular day just to clean up their city. Nobody's paying anybody. So this is the direction that we must go. And then as young people that have all the energies and everything, why not? Let them come get involved. There's a whole lot of opportunities. I don't want to go into all of those other travels and all those things. So I see them as just a secondary angle of it. I'm more passionate about the things we can do to better our country. And this will be happy, a secure country. A country where our education system is working. A country where our security is well intact, not sleeping and with your eyes one eye open, not traveling and then you're afraid of being kidnapped and all of that. To make this work, for us to have what the kind of country we're desiring, all of us need to come on board and contribute our own quota. So the opportunities are vast, like I said. They should keep doing what they're doing, for those who are already doing it, and for those who are yet to, they should get involved, like I said. Because accountability is key in whatever. The corruption we are shouting and crying everywhere for today, the lack of electricity, the lack of basic, the lack of everything that we don't have today is as a result of these people that they're not being held accountable. So it is key that those who are doing what they're doing, they should keep it up. And those who are yet to Please, let us get involved in the process. Let's ask questions. Let's advocate. Don't use your social media for just posting your faces. Yeah, I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, but get involved. If you see something you don't like, I've seen one this morning about in my own town. Somebody went and snapped the road, the states of the road, and was sharing it on Facebook. That's what accountability is all about. Because somehow somebody may have been paid for it, and the project is not being done. And even if it has not, you brought that project to the attention of the relevant authority or those who are supposed to fix them. So it is important that every young person become very, very much interested in pursuing or advocating for an accountable governance in our system.